Hello everybody. So we have a really nice flight simulator setup here. We have a honeycomb aeronautical yoke and throttle, and we have a Logitech rudder system. So, and I've configured the controls to be nearly identical to that of the vehicles that we fly. We're very close to it. I'm having some trouble with a few of them, but otherwise it's and unfortunately I don't have my great mic set up, so hopefully this doesn't sound too bad. You can. Do you hear me? There'll be a short delay between what I say and you can. I can't hear you, obviously. Let me know. Is the volume good? Is the volume good enough for you to hear? Okay. You can turn up the volume on the TV if you want. My mic is already at maximum, so you gotta turn up the volume on the TV. 1 second, there, folks. Okay, let's test ourselves here. Streaming some simulator practice. Okay, where shall we fly from? Let's fly from Boeing Field. Let's see, departure airport will be actually, let me fly out of Auburn. S50, yeah. Auburn Municipal, and arrival airport will also be Auburn Municipal. Okay, I've actually flown out of this. Okay, so we are in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. This is a very modern Cessna with all the Garmin, and I think it puts, at this airport, we don't get to do any taxiing. We can stall at 40 knots with full flaps. And in fact, fixing the controls on my flaps is something that I want to do.
50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 34 straight out departure.
So it handles the air traffic control for me. So let's see here. Just inspect our airplane. That beep, I don't know what it is for. Fuel pump. Okay. See, that is switched to the off position. So I don't have a fuel pump in my real airplane. I think I'm gonna bind something to that because, let's see, am I using, I think I have a lot of lights bound. Okay, we gotta bind something to that fuel pump so I have control over it, because the fuel pump not being on in this airplane breaks things. So let's see if I'm using this switch for anything. I'm not. Okay. Oh wait, that's on our mouse. I want to use our. So actually, this shows you guys what my controls are. So you have a honeycomb yoke and a honeycomb Bravo flight control stick. So let's see if anything is on the switch. So this is my cabin lights. Okay, so that's in use. Let's see if I have anything on this. Okay, we'll use that as our fuel pump then. Let's see, not toggle fuel pump, it should be set fuel pump, I believe. I think it would be set electric fuel pump 1, so I think. Let's see if that does what we would want. There we go. So if you guys didn't see that, that just switched on our fuel pump. So this airplane, unlike some of the older Cessnas, has an electric fuel pump. And I was trying to understand what was going on with my engine. My engine was cutting out randomly. And I think it's because this airplane needs that fuel pump to be turned on. So, or at least I wasn't getting throttle. All right. Let's announce our departure north.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 34 north departure.
All right, we have a parking brake on. Taking off our parking brake. Our mixture looks good, so we are good to throttle up and going full throttle. All right. So I'm not expert at the rudders yet, as you can tell. So let's wait till our airspeed climbs to about 60, and then we can take off. Airspeed is now 60, so I'll pull back very slightly to a nose-up climb. So for those who are not pilots, if you can see my mouse cursor here, I don't know if it's yeah, it does show on stream. This is our our climb indicator. So climbing at a nice, I think it's 5,000 feet per minute, and just keeping the wings nice and level while we do that. So we'll climb up to, let's say, 2,000 feet. So just above it, we have our altitude indicator here. So I'm watching that as
Sierra
I climb up.
50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 2 miles north, 600 feet inbound to land, runway 34.
Not sure why he said I'm inbound to land. Just gonna announce position
Sierra
here.
50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 2 miles north, 800 feet inbound to land, runway 34.
No, I'm not inbound to land, but yeah, I'm still learning the air traffic, how to get air traffic control announcements to do exactly what I want in this simulator. Okay, so that's past 1,000 feet now. So we still have some more climbing to do. I'm gonna climb a little bit faster. We have good power here, good airspeed. So over here is our airspeed indicator. Oh yeah, I took off without flaps. I think I should have had flaps at 10. But that's fine. Let's make sure our flaps are fully. I can cheat and go outside the. Oh, do I have flaps? I do have flaps actually. So let's just bring those flaps up. So I don't have the flaps set correctly on my control. So let's fix that right now. Let's go into our controls and search for flaps. So I think increase flaps continuous and decrease flaps continuous. Yeah, it's set correctly. I don't know why. Maybe I just need to hold it longer for it to retract correctly, or it's just this way I to put flaps down. Yeah, no. Oh, that looks like it was set correctly, but I'm holding the flaps down. Nothing is happening. Perhaps given that this plane doesn't have, well, it does actually have continuous flaps, so. But maybe I'll just do change it to increase flaps so that it works, even though I think it's not how the actual plane behaves, at least not the one that I'm personally flying. So we'll rebind this to increase flaps. And let's increase flaps. Increase flaps, and then we want to retract flaps, I guess. Actually, no, wait, no. Is it retract? I guess we'll, no. Clear this one. And then decrease flaps. Okay. Alright. Let's see if this works now. Okay, there we go. You can actually see the flaps. If you're looking closely, those are our flaps right there. Of course, we don't want those actually. Oh. No, it's not. Oh yeah, okay, it did. Alright, now we actually have control over our flaps, which is what we want. Let's go back into our climb here, get to 2,000 feet, or where are we? We're actually past 2,000, we're 2,500. we're quite far north, so we'll start banking a little bit and see if we can see Mount Rainier. Oops, so I need a little bit of rudder. Using my turn coordinator here, should keep that ball centered.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 6 miles north 2,400 feet inbound to land runway 34.
Oh, it says I'm inbound to land. Why don't we practice a landing? Stay coordinated. It's a little bit of a steep turn. Oh, there's Mount Rainier in the distance. We can just see it. But let's see if we can land this. Okay. The engine power back, so our airspeed is quite high. Go to more of a cruise. So pattern entry for landing from there. Down to about 1,000 feet. So let's lose some airspeed, lose some altitude. Now, being the inexperienced pilot that I am, I actually don't know precisely where this airport is. I think I see it, but I'm not sure. I'm hoping that I'll get a waypoint to it from the video game. In real life, I'd obviously have either a flight computer. We do have a flight computer here that would be able to tell us in the aircraft if we did get disoriented, as well as other backup systems. So we're trying to descend down to 1,000 feet. We're currently passing 1,500 feet. Descending at about 10,000 feet per minute, if I'm reading that right. Okay, so this is our pattern entry, but where is Auburn Airport? That's the problem. So let's see if we can use our flight computer a little bit here. And we're getting a little bit low, so I'm gonna put some power while I. Okay. So S50 is that dot right there. So it's off to our left somewhere. Let's bank and find the airport. And gain some altitude so we're not flying just over trees. Just have straight level flight until we get the airport in sight. Okay, the airport should be in front of us in just a second, but I don't think we're lined up with it. So, in fact, we may be just passing over it. Yep. That's the airfield right there. We're just flying over. Okay, so we know where the runway is now. So we can can just do a little loop around to the right, I think. Let's pretend that we're being real pilots here.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 1 miles northwest 900 feet inbound to land runway 34.
Yeah, let's see, I don't know.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra going around.
Yeah, given that we're okay, so the runway is now behind us, and we need to loop around to the right and get lined up with it. Our airspeed's at 80 knots, a little bit low. Yeah, it's adding a little bit more engine power here. I want to have a nice, clean. So we're going to go a little bit south so that we can have a nice, clean approach to the runway. This is uncontrolled airspace, so I don't actually need to talk to any air traffic control. But in real life, pilots will announce to all airplanes in their area kind of where they are and what they're doing, especially for those who don't have flight computers that can show other aircraft, which not all do.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 2 miles southeast 1,200 feet inbound to land runway 34.
So this is, the game is hooked up to actually get traffic from other airplanes in real life, in real time. I don't think it's hooked up for radio though. That'd be really cool if we could hear the other pilots on the radio. But on the flight computer here, I'm not seeing, I'll just zoom in on this briefly. I'm not seeing any other traffic besides us. So, okay, we're almost losing the airport off the top of our screen. So let's go ahead and turn until we're heading back towards it. Losing airspeed, so I'm going to apply some throttle. Actually headed toward it yet. More so than last time. So I think the pattern entry, once I hit that spot, I can turn towards the airport, and we have a little bit fast now. Just to cheat a little bit and use something called Smart Cam. It should be giving us a visual on the airport, so that's good. Okay.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is on final runway 34 to land.
So over there on the left, we can actually see Boeing Airfield. This shiny stuff in the distance is Boeing. This runway indicator lights. Am I? Yeah. Oh, I missed it. Why? I think that the waypoints there are not helping me. So I can definitely not land from this position. So we are going around again.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra going around.
So I need to ignore that waypoint. Whatever that waypoint is not helpful for landing at this airport. So now if you can see our flight computer over here, we're just flying past it. This S50 is where we're trying to land. That's Auburn Municipal Airport. So normally we would land heading north, but I'm gonna do a southern landing. Alright, so we're just at 1,000 feet over the ground. For practice purposes, I would not do this in real life as a student pilot. We're gonna practice something called a hard turn, and see if I can possibly get lined up for a southern approach to the airport. I don't know if this is the correct
Sierra
announcement.
50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is on upwind runway tree 4.
Okay, let's do a hard banking turn. Okay, let's see, do we lose the airport? No, where's the airport? It's a little bit to the left. Yeah, we're too close to it to safely land, so this is not something I would do in real life now, but we do have the airport in sight.
Sierra 50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is on final runway tree 4 to land.
All right, so there's Auburn Municipal right there. We need to lose airspeed. Okay, so as we're on the glide slope, that's good. I think we're a little bit fast. Normally we'd be coming in from the south, not the north. A little bit low here, adding engine power. We're low. Screen cut out for a second there. We're coming in low. This is not a good landing. This is a terrible landing. Terrible landing. Went off into the grass. Oh, look at that. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. See if I can turn here. Nope, missed that turn. That's okay. There'll be another one at the end of the runway. So this is what it looks like. Oh, my screen's cutting out. I need to fix that. I don't know why that's happening. Let's pretend to do some ATC here.
Sierra 50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 16.
I am? I guess I'm not. Not taxiing to that runway. I'm taxiing to the hangar, which actually this is fairly close to what it looks like in real life. Surprisingly accurate. This is, yeah, impressively accurate, actually. It doesn't have the labels. Normally there's actually a letter on each of these hangars, so you know where you're, where you are.
Sierra 50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is clear of the runway.
So then normally you would taxi in. Let's say that I'm in one of these hangars. Taxi to about, let's say that would be my hangar on the right. Normally this is actually all opened. I would then stop the plane about here and then shut down the engine and everything is good. All right, Dad, do you want to give it a try? Let's see, my father's with me. See if he feels like giving it a go. One moment. Alright, looks like Mr. Kreitz will be joining us. I don't know if I'm competent enough to get the airplane out of this little position. My instructor probably could, but there's no reason to bother doing that when we can do this.
Sierra 50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra
You'll
X-ray
be in the
Golf
seat.
Sierra taking off runway 34 straight out departure.
Oh, okay. You don't have to fly if you don't want to. My father's gonna give this a shot. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. It's showing us. Taxiing into position to take off. Yeah, go flying. Yeah. Oh, it's showing us pretending to taxi around and stuff.
You know, all my Zoom meetings, I do this.
Yeah.
Nobody else does. But it makes me, it's so much easier to talk with people when I'm talking with them. I can hear them here.
Yeah.
Mom does it like that. I'm 3 rooms away, I can hear him talking.
Alright, yeah.
I know, just give me a chance here.
Yeah.
I need to move this way just a bit.
Things around, get situated, as long as we're not throttling up.
Okay, just give me a couple seconds.
Okay. Yeah.
That was no more. How come I'm having light?
You want that to be brighter? Okay.
I
let's
can.
see. There is. We figured this out last time.
And you know what else would here? You know what else would really help? If I was higher in the plane on the seat.
Oh, there's a way to do that actually.
You know, if I'm up here a little more,
Yeah.
like when you're taking off and flying,
Yeah.
you can't, like when you're landing, for example,
Yeah.
you really can't see the runway. Well,
That's-
I
that's
want to
the-
see the runway
in
coming.
real life.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, sucks.
You don't need. Okay, I can hear you, but you can't hear me with that on probably. This is, I think. So I turned on the pedestal light. Let's see. Why is it? Hide it.
Oh, I gotta do a quick review. My feet is in the air when I'm turning.
Yeah.
Is it my feet? Is this?
Push this back. Or actually.
Yeah.
This. Okay. Push move the rudders back and forth. There you go. That's what you do in the air.
And now I'll turn left. That'll turn right. No, I'll turn left. Left.
Yeah. You might need to do that a tiny bit when you're turning left. But you can actually probably ignore that with the flying.
Okay.
And then you push forward like this.
That's brake.
Yeah, so brake is pushing forward like that.
Yeah.
Just go back into our cockpit, and then I've turned on.
There says adjust panel lighting brightness.
Should be a little bit brighter.
Oh, that's a little better.
In real life, your eyes. Anyway, is this a good position for you?
Huh?
Is it a good position?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. We're announcing a departure to the north.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 34 north departure.
Parking brake. Still have one. This, we don't have parking brake. We didn't have a parking brake on the whole time. Okay. Okay. Ready for you to throttle, go to full throttle.
Whoopsie. Huh? Oh wait. What's wrong here? Oh. What? Wait a minute. You get.
While you're on the ground, you have to use your feet.
I do the feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
does not do anything
Okay.
until you're in the air.
Well, see, that's so natural to do that, though.
It is completely natural to do that.
Yeah. Now wait. Well, if just pushing on either one's a brake.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 34 straight out departure.
So
If you wanted to brake, you could push forward.
that's why I tried to stop before I.
Yeah. So actually, why don't we do this a little bit rather than go to full power? Why
Just
don't
go,
we
yeah.
taxi a little bit if you want.
How far can I taxi though?
Not that far.
I feel like I have a nose hair sticking out. You ever had that?
No.
Oh, maybe it's this thing. No.
Oh,
Oh.
that. That's getting your way.
Okay.
If you want, you can just practice taxiing, and like taxi to the end of the runway.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 34.
Right, now practice with your feet. So try to follow these down. So you don't too fast, so that's moving way too deep. That's it. Or you take it off. Take it off.
It's all, huh? Whoa. Back over here. Oh, wrong. I can't.
It's hard, right?
Oh, it is.
Brakes.
Ah. I did really well. Then I get nervous. Then I get nervous.
Yeah. I do in real life, I do the same oscillating back and forth with
Sierra Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 34 straight out departure.
This time, let's just
Let's not do that. Let's just taxi.
Sierra 50 traffic
Yeah,
Cessna
let's
Alpha
try.
Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 34 departure to the north.
Maybe let's keep that one off.
Oh, keep that one. I got it.
Keep one off,
Yeah.
keep the other one on so you can hear. Just like that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now it's
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 34.
my aircraft. So you brake is off. In real life, I'd be next to you and we can pass control the ship. So you can fit our engine up like this for like a second. Some speed. Okay, I'll do the throttle. You just practice taxi. Okay, so when you get to the end of the runway, so that was one turn off right there.
Uh-huh.
When you get to the end of the runway, that's going to be your final turn off, and you're going to try to, okay, practice braking both feet. Both feet. Push forward like that. There you go. Okay. Then add engine power, and then you're going to turn left, get back on the center line. Okay.
Okay.
And you're going to use both the brakes, your left brake and left rudder simultaneously.
Yeah, right.
So try
Okay.
getting in that configuration right now. So yeah, apply left brake and left rudder simultaneously.
It's hard to do.
Not yeah, that's the like this sharp turn. It's really sharp. Okay. So there's our turn off right up there. So get ready to turn right.
Oh, turn right.
And you can use the brake as well.
I'm okay.
Try to follow that yellow line.
Yeah, I'm getting to.
Now use your brake as well as the rudder. Together. Now
Which way?
stop. So that double line that we just
Uh-huh.
crossed.
Yeah.
These things
Oh.
normally you announce.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is clear of the runway.
Right?
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 34.
Right. You're gonna use your right.
Yeah. Right. All right.
Use the brake on the right. There you go. Perfect. But getting better at this fast slide, honestly. Try to get on the center line if you can. The yellow.
Get there slowly, right? I'm trying not to overcompensate.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem I have is I go back and forth across the line. That's too fast, which one? But if you want to control the throttle, yeah.
Oh no, I'm good. Here.
It's gonna do one less thing for you back.
How far are we gonna go?
We're gonna go to the start
And
of the runway,
yeah, okay.
then we're gonna take off.
Yeah.
Hey, you did it yesterday.
Barely. If you remember, I didn't stay on the runway. Go
Well,
low.
you have much more experience now with so when you take off, it's gonna the aircraft is
Tends to go to the right. So.
I'm not sure which way this thing's trending, but there's going to be a force on the aircraft that pushes it one way or another. Going a little too fast, you're ready to brake. I think
line are we following? Oh, okay.
So get ready to go to the right.
I have it ready to go. I should be going. I think. Wait.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 34.
See that double line?
Yeah.
Right away.
Right. This way.
There you go.
God.
Alright.
It's like driving in England.
I know. It's really, I tell you, it's like,
Why did they do it that way?
I don't know. I get returned, right?
Yeah.
Now, you have to turn right for it. Alright. We are now on the runway.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 34 straight out departure.
Okay, the throttle's now yours. And when you're ready, go ahead. And you should not need any brakes during this maneuver.
Okay. It's just turning, right?
Yeah. And remember, full throttle. You're not on full throttle yet. Full throttle.
I didn't want to do it. Well,
Procedures.
see what I mean? I can't see anything in front.
Sierra 50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 1 miles north 600 feet inbound to land runway 34.
That's a little better, but I can't see anything. Yeah. Too bad you don't have a screen here and a screen there with me. And where are we here? No, no. You name it. I can't move it. Again. Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm trying to do. I have it, don't I? Oops. How about now? You said something about this.
Yeah, you would try to try to restart and then just feel, just maintain control of the aircraft and then flight. Try not to lose too much. So you'd be sending back and so that controls. The observation of this exercise is this one, your ideal airspeed is 60. So maintain airspeed of 60. And that gives you the longest distance that you can travel. You can see, I'm noticing if you zeroing in, there's a lot of time to figure out what am I doing, where am I doing. A real pilot would probably land it just kind of careful figure out what am I doing.
That's, I mean, the Boeing. Sure? Like that.
Try to do your best to maintain certain flight plans.
Yeah, I am. Like that.
So returning for this, yeah.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah. What's the BB? It's going B, 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 B. Yeah, well, see, I was trying to, well, I'm watching you and my body moves. Yeah, so I'm going, see me turning. Yeah, so I'm,
Our flight instructor is actually watching our head.
uh-oh.
So Jordan, sorry. My flight instructor might be watching.
Don't tell me it's not me. I mean,
We're going to fly over Seattle and see.
yeah.
Perhaps a space needle. I'm not sure if it is. It's head left.
A little bit.
Jordan, if you're still watching, what was that beeping you were a second ago? Is this super modern? But this flight right here is going to turn left. So turning left.
I want to go a little bit right so I can see
Oh,
out
so
that.
you see out the-
Because if I'm right at it, I can't see it.
I can't see it. We'll fly
Oops,
it.
oops. small.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. There's probably why yeah, 26. Fly down to 50 feet, see? Oh, no. No. Yeah, I didn't try that. I want to go north on the current. Or I'm going to go fly by your house. Yeah. Yep. I figured that. I have a pretty good sense of space. Like I do. I thought it was pretty sure that was the right field. I'm gonna make this look very right. You know, that's what I'm watching. Now we can see. Now you can see better.
Side, a little bit harder, so I'll have that be, next short direction, tucked away.
When you're in the real plane, you have better view.
Yeah, it's a little bit better, but not a whole lot better. The speed is really super.
Now, we went past it. I wouldn't turn around. Tiny bit. Too much. Not too much. Not too bad. Don't need to.
That's a perfect way.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect way also doesn't mean it's multi-meter, it's just like,
I know. I wanted to, so you can don't see something.
let's go back up.
See, I'm weird with this all the way. All these things are in the way. That's all right. No big deal. Oh, we're good to see it. Let's go ahead and go for it. I can sort of say it comes from the coastline. Now I'm going to set up my I'm watching to make sure I'm
Yeah. And
not going up or down.
exactly.
I'm okay now, right?
Yeah, perfect. Just trying to look at
30, 32? Oh, I see. Yeah, 32. Like, I got it.
Now, the question is, do you have to maintain any primary controls?
No, I'm just sort of,
Okay, once
if I let go, it's all right.
Ideally, you want to be able to take your hands off the
Yeah.
as long as you're trimmed it an hour and a second. That's fine. So if you're a veteran, flying,
Plane. No. Something on the windshield. No, not that. No, there was a reflection. I'm still one rideable. What is this one? This one.
That's your vertical speed indicator.
Oh,
So active is 10 metrics.
not nice. Yeah, I know. I thought, but there we go. Now we're okay.
This is telling them
Yep. Dallas. Or Delta Airlines. Yeah, Delta Airlines. I mean, what else? But Delta. Yeah, no. Was that too slow to turn?
Turn slower if you want. Or well, if you want practice, I was full speed like
No.
45 degrees.
Yeah.
Now
That's
reverse.
it. I'm just let me do a little. I'm getting comfortable because my feet are sort of. I'd have to wear diapers.
It's not scary.
Trust me.
Especially when you're someone next to you who knows how to say your airplane. See how there's a control stick here and everything?
Yeah. That's back there again.
It's just the flashing.
I pulled it that way. Now then, back to flat.
Oh, you can see
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Flying that I've been doing until this area. I'm not that close to
She's still spinning.
She's not so sure.
Oh yeah.
Just on TV and on
It is on TV, isn't it? a half hour.
I think it'll be faster than that actually. That's the next one. Now it's gonna go to equivalent to the Unscientific half hour.
So I'm trying to keep this at 0 now.
Yeah.
It's going faster. Yeah. Well, I have to get ready to do. I thought it's fun. It's there now. See it? Everything's still going right? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah. Yeah, going back. That's not very good. Oh, trying to adjust. Give me something. We're higher than we were. We're about 35. That's 36 now. What are those things? Lights? What? Did they tell you? Yeah, I already did that once. I know that. I did that one. I came this way, you know. I did this once. See, I didn't do anything. Why am I keep going to the right? See, I'm watching the film. Yeah, just leave it like that. I'm like, I know where the dials are. Well, we don't have to. We can do it next time.
Sierra 50 traffic, generic November 20, tree 5 Bravo, 2 miles south inbound visual runway, tree 4.
clouds.
I don't know how high it's going, but this is not the most
I don't think it. Sure. Yeah, there is like, I'm not too tired of my hands. So they're calm. Yeah. Or I can get it down part of the way. I don't even know where we're going off from. That's how nothing happens. No, that's all right. We can go back where we. We can use that on the plane. So I go through the, yeah. I just want to get a good view of that, see how close we are. Yeah. Sitting there, seems to me like it's closer than usual. No. No. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah. That's how close we are. I see.
I'm in control, going to attempt to land. Alright, let's see if we can find Auburn. So, pattern entry. So the game's giving that to us. I see S50 on my flight computer. Start bringing our altitude and airspeed down. Now, I'm not super familiar with the Auburn Airport and its surrounding terrain. Let me see if I can use the cheat button. Okay, there's the cheat button. That shows me the airport, so this is not a good configuration. So what I'm gonna do is fly straight and then do a 270-degree left turn, circular. Looks like we have some traffic off to our right, if I'm looking correctly. Or is that just glint off the window? No. Let's announce our intention to land. We're not on
Sierra
final.
50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 4 miles southeast 3,500 feet inbound to land runway 34.
Actually, if I'm 4 miles south, can I possibly make that? No. That'd be dangerous. So I'm gonna fly this like I'm doing like pretend like I'm really flying. A little bit of a steep descent here, but okay. I'm going to do, so look out the window to the right. Okay, so that's our airport over there. So, okay. Now do a bank here. Oh, corrected just a little bit too much of a bank more than I intended. My chair, unfortunately, is on wheels that I'm using to play the computer game with. So when I applied rudder, my chair moved and messed with the rudder. So we want to lose altitude, and we go going into a steep bank here, applying left rudder. That is a real feature of the terrain that I recognized. It's like a train track thing. Okay, so I think Auburn is over there. So this is gonna be a little bit dangerous because I'm in a video game, but it says that's Cal W. Is that, am I really not at Auburn? Or is it saying another airplane is there? I don't know what that heads up display means in the video game. Okay, I'm low. Pulling on up engine power. Let's see if I get the flaps to 10. Yeah, flaps about 10. Whoa, that's putting a lot of upwards pressure. Okay, got control again. Descending too fast. Trying to get lined up. I lost my screen for a second. Somehow the monitor cable connection is not perfect. Okay, we have red over white, so we're on the glide slope. I think I should be doing air traffic control, but I'm already announcing on final.
Sierra 50 traffic
a little bit late on that.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is on final runway 34 to land.
Okay. Well, it's a hard landing. Not a terrible one. There we go, we're on the ground. Alright. I came in a little bit fast, I think. Yeah. Oh, someone was taking off on someone was taking off on the runway, so that was my bad. I should not have so this is simulating traffic from the real game, and there was an airplane on the runway that I was taking off from. So that's my bad. That's a pilot. Yeah, I shouldn't have landed there. So the heads-up display was showing me that another aircraft was on the runway, getting ready to take off. And so, in real life, we would be on radio with each other. and that pilot would have announced that he is in position on the runway, getting ready to take off, going southbound, and then I would have heard that on the radio, and I would additionally announce that I'm in position going on final approach going south, and presumably the airplane that's on the ground has, anyway, there wouldn't be a real risk of collision in that scenario. I've never seen buses like this at the Auburn Municipal Airport, but there is vehicular traffic on these taxiways. That's true. Like you drive along this when you are going to these hangars. There's 2 runways here. I don't.
Sierra 50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is taxiing to runway 34. Sierra 50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taking off runway 16 departure to the south.
So I've just announced that we're taking off to the south. Typically we take off to the north. It has to do with the wind. So let's see. Check our aircraft here. So, oh yeah, I can look outside as well to see this. But so our flaps are still down from the previous landing, and you take off the flaps as well at the same position. So, here we go. Back to the air. Okay, airspeed climbing through 60 knots. Pulling back on the stick, we're at 60 knots. This is a nice gentle climb. So the most dangerous time to lose engine power is right now, basically. We've just taken off from Auburn Airport, heading south. Seattle approach. Guess we can't do much right now. It's gonna announce position or something. I don't know how to use the air traffic control in this game. We'll just fly a little bit and then come back in for landing. Try to do a better landing this time. So we're going to climb to 2,000 feet of altitude.
Sierra 50 traffic, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra 2 miles south, 700 feet inbound to land runway 34.
So normally I'd make that radio call myself. climbing through 1,000 feet. I'm going to do a climbing turn. Back towards the airport. Okay. Let's announce our final
Sierra
approach.
50 traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is on final runway 34 to land.
Alright, so we see the airport in the distance. Right in front of me. I think are my flaps still down? I could look at an indicator in the cockpit normally. So I've been flying my flaps up the entire time. Whoops. My instructor left a comment in the chat saying don't forget flaps. So I've been flying around with my, and he left that like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. So I've been flying around with my flaps up this entire time. I should have put my flaps up much sooner. Alright, so let's get lined up with the runway here. Alright, we're on the glide slope. See red over white. That's good. That's what we're looking for. That tells us if we're too high or too low. We're too low now. Red over red means too low. There we go, back on the glide slope. Okay. Engine idle. Flare. Oh, I bounced us. Oh, hard landing. Alright. Well, wasn't a great flare there. Let's use the exercise, because that actually gives us advice and measures our landings. So let's see, flight training, takeoff and landing. So let's do landing with the elevator. See if I can get an A on this again. Okay. Let me get my recording software up here. I'm gonna record the flight if I want to. So I have a third-party software that can record flights and then replay them. Okay, that's loading up. There we go. Okay. Alright. So we are now in a Cessna 152. This is a different aircraft than before. Alright.
In this landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find
Flying
yourself
into
too
Sedona.
high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember
I
though,
can't even see the
always
glide
make
slope from
soft
here.
corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
Oh, I guess that's 4 whites, so that's too high. But I don't want to lose too much airspeed either. Since we're descending, we're going to gain airspeed, so I'm lowering engine power. I'm going to try to maintain 60 knots, I believe, is slightly over 60. Okay, we're catching the glide slope. All reds is too low.
Now you can use the elevator
So
to
I'll
land.
just stay level until we catch the glide slope. Adding engine power. Okay, I'm gonna be at the glide slope in just a second. Oh, yeah, this is not good.
Reduce throttle to idle.
Idle
Now
throttle.
focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
That
Nice.
might
Now
be
apply
one
the
of the
brakes to slow us down
best-
and bring the plane to a stop.
best landings
You
I've
did
done.
well, but you can do better.
Okay, so not
Resist
perfect.
the temptation to pull back when above the flare height.
Let's see how we did. Yeah, close to an A. Close to an A. Okay. I haven't received training on flying the 152, but if it's like the Cessna 17, the plane I actually
In this
fly,
landing
I don't need more
exercise,
flaps.
I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only.
Throttle
Smooth
only,
action on the
okay.
throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
I should hide my yoke.
Now you
in
can use the
cockpit
elevator to
view.
land.
This is coming in really low, but it's coming in super
Reduce
low,
throttle to idle.
but
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
and bleed off airspeed to the correct.
Nice. Now apply
Nice,
the brakes
bounced
to
us
slow us
again.
down and bring the plane
Bounce
to
it
a stop.
again. Ah.
You did well, but you can do better. Resist the temptation to pull back when above the flare height.
That's how we do. Not close to my best score, but we're getting closer to the A.
landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
See, I don't know what airspeed the 152 should be at for landing.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
Yeah, I have a tendency, seems like I have a tendency to come in real low.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
I didn't touch it. There we go.
Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and
I
bring the
bounced
plane to a
still.
stop.
Or it maybe didn't bounce, but I might have been on my tail wheels there. Nowhere near the center though.
You did well, but you can do better.
So the higher score or about the same? Higher score. I didn't track the glide slope as well that time as I did the first time. My instructor's actually flown into this airport. He sent me a video of him landing in it. It's cool. He said it was not a great landing and looks way better than any of these landings that I'm doing.
In this landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path.
Okay, let's try to be
using
higher
the
this
throttle
time.
Only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate. Now you can use the elevator to land. Reduce throttle to idle.
Oh, that's what she says. That's what I'll do.
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Oh, it's even worse of a landing.
Nice.
Nope.
Now apply the
Not
brakes
nice.
to slow us down and bring
Off
the
the
plane to a
runway,
stop.
come on. Get close to the center.
You did well, but you can do better.
Higher score, but I was almost off the runway. So this measurement system, well, we can see the whole bring to the stop score is really bad. However, following the glide slope, which is what I was focusing on in that exercise, almost maxed out. So that's it. I still don't feel like I was following the glide slope though. We can do better. You should land on the main 2 wheels first. Okay. If I land on the front wheel first, that will most likely collapse in real life.
Why is it all your stopping scores?
My stopping scores are bad because I'm not in the center of the runway. As that's part of it.
The landings were fantastic. They seemed okay.
Well, I was almost in the grass in that last landing, right?
Yeah.
So,
Unless you're 100%, we're
yeah, that's fine. Okay.
keeping an eye on it. I was just wondering, you always keep low scores.
I
Crabbing them.
Yeah, the brakes on this on this aircraft don't seem to work super well. It is probably how well I'm lined up with the center line of the runway, and how quickly I bring this to a stop. And my flares have been bad. I've been bouncing and then like landing again. Yeah, like if we were to watch what I was doing from outside the I'll record the next one and then we can see. I'll replay it from the outside. So I'm recording this one and we can replay it.
Exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle
Okay, so
is key
I
for
think I'm
remaining
supposed
on
to
the correct
stay
glide path.
near
If
60.
you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections.
60 knots
You
is
don't
I
want to
think what we're looking
overcompensate.
for. We're descending quite rapidly. So nose up, applying power. Like I want to descend, but not that much. Okay. Yeah. I'm oscillating over the glide slope.
Now you can use the elevator to land. Reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. You did well, but you can do better.
All right. So let's see how we did. Oh, okay, so still bringing the aircraft to the stop is low. All right. So let's watch how that looked there. So this time we're going to watch what we did. I will not be flying this landing. We're going to watch it from the outside and critique our own flying.
In this landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
Yeah, I think I'm adding too much power here. And so I pull back on it, but now I'm adding now I'm just about, yeah, my nose, I think my nose, I didn't keep my nose level. I think what I need to work on is
Now
keeping my
you can use
nose
the
level
elevator to
during
land.
this. So I keep pitching up and pitching down. Hey! Hey everybody, thanks for the raid, appreciate it. I'm watching one of my landings here in a Cessna 152 into
Use throttle to
Sedona.
idle.
I'm trying to figure out how my
Now
landing gear
focus on
did.
the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose
Oop.
just above it.
Yeah. See. Oh no. Oh, that was a bad landing.
Nice.
That was a
now
bad landing.
apply the brakes to slow us down and bring
Thanks
the
for the
plane to a
raid.
stop.
Welcome. NATO's
You did
TV.
well,
Thanks.
but you can do
Welcome, Jordan, Dutch pilot. All right, we hit nose first there, so obviously not one of our best landings. In real life, hitting nose, touching down with a nose landing gear, really bad. Look at that. Oh, terrible, terrible. I mean, that'd be a landing that you would survive, but the aircraft might lose the front landing gear. All right, let's try this again. The plane is alive, yes. The plane would be alive in that landing, that's true. The plane and you. Hey, thanks for the follow, Natos. All right, so I'm a student pilot with 5 hours. I'm practicing. My instructor was in here for a bit, giving me some advice.
I want you to focus
I don't think he's here now, though.
the glide path,
But I would be happy to have
only.
instruction from
Smooth
real
action on the
pilots.
throttle is key for
And
remaining
critique
on the
is
correct glide path.
absolutely
If you find yourself too high, reduce your
appreciated.
power. If you're too
And I also,
low,
this is not the
increase
plane
it.
that I fly. This is
Remember,
152,
though, always
or
make
sorry,
soft corrections.
yeah, 152.
You don't want to
I fly
overcompensate.
17 Cessna 172. So it's a bit different from what I have experience with. Instructor in stream, yeah, he was for a little bit. We're both techies, so he came in earlier. I've been sending him videos, like clips of. This is not. Oh, thanks for the follow, John or Jorn. Sorry, others.
Now
yeah,
you can use the
not-
elevator to land.
Let's see. Terrible glide slope tracking here. Oh, now I'm too high, I think. Watching my airspeed. Yeah, too high. Well, watching a student pilot. All right, we're on the glide slope at least. Well, we
Reduce
were for a
throttle to
second.
idle.
I just want to practice my flare
Now
and
focus
not
on the end of the runway and pull back slightly
Not-
on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
hit.
Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
All right, how was that?
You did well.
You guys think that was?
But you can do better.
Do you guys think that was tail first? Did I hit the land on the rear gear? Nice. Thank you. I feel like it wasn't a great landing. It looked like we were first. Okay, that is great to hear. Okay. But I was going up and over the glide, not tracking the glide slope well. Why don't let's watch it, and we'll replay and see how we did.
In this landing exercise, I want
Okay,
you to
so this is a
focus on
replay of what we
staying
just
on the
did.
glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
Okay, so my engine, yeah, so So now I'm on the glide slope, but I'm gonna overshoot it in a second, I can tell. The main thing I want to check is how we flared at the end there. Also, does anyone know, is flaps 10 degrees correct for this aircraft? Or should I potentially consider more flaps? I use flaps 10 in the 172.
Now you can use the elevator to
This
land.
doesn't look... Yeah, coming in low. I have a tendency to come in low in this exercise. But I want to get an angle on the gear here.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Oh, I think you're right. Oh, yeah. We did.
Nice.
All right.
Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
You think it's similar to the 172 NATO's?
You did well.
It's a
But you
longer
can do
runway.
better.
I think 10 is fine. Okay. Hey, that was a replay of the last one, guys. Just, my family is watching. Looked good. I was checking him to make sure that we did rear wheel first landing. So that was good. I'm gonna save that and save a copy of that. Bring the aircraft to a stop. I think this, I don't know what this measures exactly, but it probably measures how well I do getting to the center line and the flare. If flare, it says I was pretty good, and following the glide slope, it says I was pretty good, but I wasn't. I mean, let's be honest. But let's try again. I can tell from data I have on another screen that it wasn't good. It wasn't smooth. It was also oscillating up and down like this. Like you want the smooth, gentle. By the way, for those who are curious, we are equipment we have here is we have a honeycomb aeronautical yoke, and we have a honeycomb aeronautical beta throttle and trim, etc., and a Logitech rudder pedals. So trying to get, as close with consumer gear as I can
this landing
to
exercise,
real life.
I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too
Okay.
low,
I'm supposed to be at
increase
60
it. Remember though,
during our
always
glide
make
slope.
soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
It takes a lot of setup. Yeah, with the trim wheel, I think it's great. This is much more realistic. So I flew with like joysticks and things, but I can show it on camera in a second. All right, under glide slope, so let's add a little bit of power. It flies pretty similar to the 172.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
I always come in so low. Oh gosh, so low, so low, so low, come on. Alright, we're going to idle.
Reduce throttle to idle.
It's a long runway, right? So let's see if I can use the elevators to get us where we need to be.
Now focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. You did well, but you can
How
do
was
better. Resist the temptation to pull back when above the flare height.
Why does it say resist the temptation to pull back? I think that was worse than the last one. But why is it say I'm doing a bad job bringing the airplane to a stop? I'm applying full brakes using my brakes. The brakes, one of the main differences I've noticed in the simulator is the brakes seem to work way less effectively than they do in real life. Okay. Do one last try here, and then probably wrap it up for today. Yeah, here I'll show the equipment here. So, honeycomb. I can't see. Yeah. Let me see. What's on camera, real quick. So yeah, we got honeycomb, throttle, and here's honeycomb, trim wheel. I have this. So main thing is there's a lot of setup involved in like binding these switches to stuff in the aircraft to be like what you wanted to do and accurate for your aircraft. So there's a lot of setup involved. But once I got everything set up and bound, like you have to. I had to at least manually bind. Like my aircraft does not have a fuel pump, for example, and so I was having the engine seize on me, and it was because there was an oil pump or a fuel pump that was off.
In this landing exercise,
I don't think the
I want you to
152
focus
that
on staying on
in
the
the
glide
simulator
path
has it though.
using the throttle only. Smooth action on the
So
throttle
it takes
is
some work
key
to
for
get
remaining on the correct
the
glide
simulator
path.
to
If you
feel like
find
real
yourself
life,
too
even
high,
with this equipment.
Reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
I was also having trouble with the mixture as well, getting the mixture to feel like it does in the real aircraft. And you know, I mostly don't mess with it in the simulator because it doesn't quite. It's one of the things that doesn't quite match reality. I mean, it matches reality in that if I pull the mixture all the way out, the engine will stop. But beyond that, it doesn't quite feel.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
Oh, this is bad. This is one of the worst ones I've done.
Reduce throttle to idle.
This speed go around. But I'm gonna try to land it anyway. Nope, this is terrible.
Now
But
focus on the end of the
we're
runway
landing anyway,
and
'cause it's a
pull
video
back
game.
slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now
Full
apply the
brakes.
brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. You did well, but you can do better.
Yeah, so in real life I would have just done a go around there. That was too far, too far off the glide slope. I guess it tells us something about the measurement system of this game, how well it is in judging. Yeah, the score is like just as good as before, but you can see that the actual landing there was not safe at all, or you know, near disaster. It wasn't actually near disaster. I would have just added power and initiated a go around. So, but actually, let's practice a go around. As a final, it wasn't super bad, but the score is a bit weird. Yeah, I feel like it was super bad in Nados. I mean, I was almost landing in the grass there. I would not be happy having done that in a real airplane. at all. And I think I would have initiated go around is when I got in that position. So in this one, I'm going to deliberately initiate a go around.
In this
Well
landing
saved.
exercise,
Yeah.
I want you to focus
I
on
did save
staying
it.
on
Yeah,
the
I feel
glide
like that's the
path,
case.
using the throttle only.
I'm glad I decided to
Smooth
try to
action on the
land.
throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide
But normally it
path.
would be a go around.
If you
Yeah.
find yourself too high, reduce your power.
I'm going to just practice a go
If
around
you're
here.
too low, increase it. Remember though,
I've-
always make soft corrections.
Actually, I've not practiced
you
go
don't want to
arounds.
overcompensate.
So I'm going to deliberately put the airplane into a bad position and then try to initiate a go around. Or maybe if I'm actually following the glide slope, I'll land it. I don't know. That would be ironic if I'm like, let me deliberately do a bad landing, and then it's like I'm perfectly on the glide slope and it's my best landing. I'm always low, so I gotta practice this more.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
Okay. So let's say that I'm coming in and I'm not lined up with the runway like this. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not lined up with the runway. What do I do? Right, I'm not lined up with the runway. What do I do? Okay, full power, go around.
Throttle to idle.
A little bit too much of a climb, but just add power. We're up and out of here. No problem. So that's a go around. And the nice thing about these prop planes, my family's watching as well. Nice thing about these prop planes is you can add power really fast and retract it. Like, say I just lost engine power. What do I do now? Well, in this position, let's say we're doing a crash landing now. I've lost engine power, so let's simulate what I can do as a pilot if I just lost engine power there. Here, I'll simulate it truly. I pulled mixture back. We still have engine though. All right. We're gonna lose the engine in a second. So mixture is a full lean, and I actually turned off the magnetos, but it's still spinning. I guess I don't know why. If it's just the air pressure. So this is not a great place for a crash landing, because there's lots of trees and stuff. So we're just gonna bring it down the best we can. Yeah, going into trees like this is not good. Oh, I stalled it. That's
Now focus on
even bad, even worse. So there was nowhere empty there to do a good crash landing off the airfield. Okay, final attempt.
In this landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle only. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make
mixture.
soft corrections. You
Screwed
don't
up.
want to overcompensate.
And the engine is off. I think we're gonna have to restart this one because the mixture, yeah, somehow the mixture doesn't. Yeah. And the fuel pump might be off here. We're gonna have to restart this one. See, I don't have the mixture quite right in terms of its binding to my control panel. Make sure that we're actually set up correctly. if there's a fuel pump. It says low. I have indicators for low oil pressure and low fuel pressure, so I don't know if there's a fuel pump that I need on in this aircraft.
landing exercise, I want you to focus on staying on the glide path using the throttle
we're missing
only.
something here.
Smooth
Like a fuel
action
pump
on the
is not
throttle
on.
is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it.
See, what's happening
Remember,
here
though,
with this?
always
Like,
make soft corrections. You
the
don't
mixture
want
is
to
just screwed
overcompensate.
up. There we go. I don't know what's going on with the mixture, but gonna have to fix that outside of the video game time here. Anyway, it's not something that's a problem in real aircraft. It's a problem of the video game controls binding to the simulator.
Now you can use the elevator to land.
Gosh, I'm all over the place with this one. Yeah, the attention diversion to fixing the... Well, it's a nice long runway, so let's see what we can do.
Reduce throttle to idle.
Ah.
Now focus on the end of the
That
runway
was rough. That
and
was
pull back
nose
slightly
collapse.
on the yoke to aim the nose just
That
above
was front line of your collapse.
it. Nice. Now apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. I think a bit more practice may be a good idea. Resist the
That's-
temptation to pull back when above the flare
That was
height.
bad landing. Alright, well thanks for watching everybody. Sorry to end on a sea level landing. But that attention diversion. What do you think, folks? One more that actually is good? No more? Okay. Okay. That's it for today, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the subs from Dutch Pilot, Jorn, NATO's TV. I'll check out your stream as well. Glad to find other pilots here, and hope you've had some fun watching this 5-hour student pilot. I've been up for, I don't know, about 2 hours, 20 minutes. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time. Yeah. Enjoy your day, folks. And see you next time.